Welcome. Talkin Yanks pregame show, ALDS, game number 1. Lineup is out. Roster is set. And we are a couple hours away from the first pitch. Hearts on the line. How you doing, Jake? You excited?
Jimmy, BBD, Joe's McFly leaving for the stadium right now. I am excited. Whoo! Dan Rourke in full uniform in the office. Chris Rose is here. I am excited to get this pregame show done. I may collect myself for a few minutes, kind of last rounds and pounds around the office as some of the people head home to watch the game from their humble abode. And they'll probably watch us on the live stream, which I hope if you're not going to the game, you join us on our live stream. We'll be on this Talkin Yanks YouTube channel. The whole postseason sponsored by SeatGeek. Code JOHNBOYPlayoffs. Get yourself 10% off when you get tickets on the SeatGeek app. So easy to use. They're sponsoring our whole playoffs, the live streams, the pregame show. Make sure you use them. And it's not a first-time thing. If you can use that code anytime. Code JOHNBOYPlayoffs, 10% off tickets at SeatGeek. So I will make rounds and pounds around the office to those who are and are not Yankee fans. And then it'll start to thin out a little bit. 5:30, 6. I might go outside, catch my last little bit of fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
Probably drink an energy drink.
Okay.
Probably exit stuff out of my intestines.
Okay.
And then I will be on a leather chair for the next 3 to 4 hours watching as the Yankees destroy the Cleveland Midi-ins.
Come on. Don't be mean.
Can we edit that out?
Edit
that out
in
post?
Edit that out. All right, lineup is set. I'm good. Let's get into it. Lineup is set. We got a lineup that I think you and I both like. It's the big question for us was where's Donaldson going to land? Because some of the B reporters had him still 4. He'd been bouncing around. Where the lefty's going to land? Right. We both really wanted Cabrera to be 5 and Stanton 4. That's what we kept saying. With Glaber 3. It's exactly what we got. So Judge is leading off playing right. Rizzo batting second. Glaber batting third and playing second base. Have we heard about his health-wise at all? I guess he's good. Stanton DHing and batting fourth. Cabrera starting in left field, batting fifth. Then Donaldson batting sixth. Then this is where it's a little different. IKF batting seventh. Trevino 8. Bader 9. I did want Bader as the 9th hitter because I like double leadoff, speed for the top of the order. He's going to get pitches to C with Judge behind him. So I'm good with this lineup. I like it.
I mean, it's what you could have expected. We had the names. The funny business versions of this would have had. You could kind of have a Hicks lineup, but that seemed very unrealistic. The other, funny business lineup would have been like a guy who didn't make the roster. So this is the roster. This is the lineup.
The only funny business element, which is the lowest grade of funny, but just Bader hasn't batted 9th as a Yankee. Don't care.
I don't care. I think when I see that bottom of the lineup, I think I see more potential for the early pinch hit for Carpenter with IKF and Trevino slid up. I think
interesting.
With Stanton moving back up to cleanup and with Oswaldo hitting 5th before Donaldson, I think you're expecting to get your rallies from those top 5 hitters. Would be awesome if our friend Josh joined the party and made it 6. That, if you find yourself in a playoff baseball game and that part of the lineup does their job, Matt Carpenter's waiting. So, interested to see. We like you said, we know they don't want to take Bader out of the game because he's out there at a valued defensive position and he is the best in the league at playing that defensive position, that they are only taking him out if it's end of the game and they're down. So I don't know. This is the lineup we expected, and it's a strong it can be a strong lineup. The postseason happens very quickly. Nick Castellanos, who had a bad year, he just had a 3-hit day. He looks like a postseason hero and a massive threat. Trent Grisham had a horrible season. He took DeGrom and Scherzer up top. He is currently a massive postseason threat. Let's see how it manifests.
I am excited. I like it. I was maybe 10% of me was worried we were going to see some real funky nonsense out of them.
Okay.
Some real twisting at the very end trick. But we didn't. I like this. Now, there's not a lot of balance here. There's 2 lefties, and they come in the first 5 hitters. So Donaldson, IKF, Trevino, Bader's right now, on paper, you're less than hitters, and they're all the same side, and they all come in a row. So when they switch out to their reliever, if they bring in one of their good righty relievers, I think you're right. I think they want the Carpenter pinch hit to come a little earlier than instead of the 9 spot, get a little more action, and that's maybe why they slid him up as well with second leadoff. I like that thought. We could do what to watch for us and the rest. I just wanted to, I pulled up last 15 games of this lineup, or I'll do 20 because they do days, not games.
Right.
Just a little reminder where people are at hitting wise.
A chunk of the lineup is doing pretty well recently.
Glaber, before he got the shits, it was really good.
Ships.
Really well. Oswaldo Cabrera, he's been on fire to end the season. Judge, obviously the batting average dipped because he didn't get a lot of pitches to hit, was chasing the home run, but the OPS, the on base, the slugging, still there. Stanton came around last 20 days, 873 OPS, 4 home runs. And then you got, IKF, not great. Rizzo, not great.
I think his last 30 it ends up being okay. But, hey, we're doing recent guys who are hot. Rizzo doesn't necessarily check that box right now.
And it doesn't bother me because feel like
he's Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah. Donaldson, cold as ice. Trevino, cold. Bader, literally a frozen person. So.
Fast.
Very fast.
Very fast for a frozen person.
Very frashed.
Fresh.
Very frashed for a frozen person.
Fraggle.
Do you have a specific what to watch for here? Something interesting? Make it interesting.
Okay, something interesting that I am watching for today as I look at this lineup. For me, man, I got to be honest with you. I'm going to watch Josh Donaldson.
Okay.
Like I just talked about with Grisham, and like I've talked about with Nick Castellanos so far in this playoffs. I've said it all year with our friend IKF. He has played to exactly who his baseball card is, and that is fine. Jose Trevino played over his head for 3/4 of the season at least. He was an all-star. He puts the bat on the ball. Really good for a catcher. Let's see what it looks like. Harrison Bader, you're out there for defense. Anything's a bonus point. Donaldson still has an opportunity, and we've said this almost for 6 months now. He can be a swing piece in this lineup. That if he can find it for a series or a week or whatever, that makes the lineup, the Yankees lineup, from 4 guys a rookie, and then a bottom 4 guys in the lineup, to the lineup 6 deep. And that changes your postseason outlook. So I would love if Josh Donaldson could have some at-bats tonight. Jim, as I know you've been diving in the numbers, velo isn't something a lot of these Guardians pitchers specialize in. Donaldson, when he gets put in the mix master, that's when we've seen him look really ugly, when someone's got the good velo with a good breaking ball. Our guy tonight, mostly keeps it between 88 and 93. Mm-hmm. Be ready for that and put a barrel on a ball and find the porch or something, man. So, Josh Donaldson.
Okay.
What are you watching for?
There's a ton I want to talk about.
Right.
A
That's where
ton.
it gets tricky.
Yeah, it gets tricky. One that's not interesting
Okay.
is will they pitch to Judge? They've kind of come out and said they're not going to let Judge beat us, which then puts a decent amount of pressure on Rizzo and Glaber behind him. I'm watching out for Bader.
Okay.
Cole, fastball pitcher. Fastballs, when they get hit, go deep or high or far. And we saw what Straw did, if you didn't see in the wild card series for the Guardians. He ran down some balls in the gaps.
A lot of balls.
And when I was watching him play, it was like, okay, that's why they got Bader. Yeah. That's what they want, him to be special defensively. So I'd love if early, first 1, 2, 3 innings, there's a ball in the gap, Bader runs it down. It doesn't have to be an amazing play. It doesn't have to be a diving play, but he just runs it down.
Show that that's not an option.
And I'll get to those. Right. And it settles down Cole a little bit. Gives him more trust in throwing the fastballs because you talk pivoting to pitching path. This is a team that doesn't hit high velo well, the Guardians. And they don't work counts well. They're like 20th out of 30, or I think it was 23rd out of 30 at pitches per plate appearance. They like swinging. They didn't hit fastballs well. We've seen the best strategy against Cole is jump him early and not get deep into counts, because I don't think you want to get deep into count with Cole and then all the options are there. So I'm expecting them to jump some fastballs, and there's going to be a home run, but let's have one track down early.
Okay. A
little damper on it.
I like that as a what to watch for, because as we check boxes before the pitching path to victory, obviously the bottom third of the lineup, the what to watch for is how will they operate down there. If there's big spots early, are they going to let those guys ride? When will the Carpenter button be pushed? Who will it be pushed on? Is Hicks an option to be pinch hit? All the questions that we've been asking for a while now come to fruition.
Can I have a demand?
Come to the limelight.
This is a new segment called a demand.
I have a demand.
Carpenter has to get a pinch hit. If you're winning by a lot, you have to see what you got. If you're losing by a lot, you have to just put him out there to see what you got. If it's a close game and there's a big spot, like if it's a close game either way, you try to get him in there to jumpstart something, to see pitches, to work a reliever, all that, and see what you got. Game one. I don't think we can end this game and not let Carpenter feel the energy, be part of it, at least one at bat. So my demand.
That's a demand.
Is that Carpenter gets an at bat in this game.
It's a good demand.
Plate appearance. Yeah.
It's a good demand.
Okay. Guardians lead the league. Not lead the league. They are top at soft contact. They are top 3 soft contact. They're top 5 soft contact, top 3 medium contact, bottom 3 hard contact.
Their approach is a little different. They are a contact slappy team.
So look for the infield defense, and on the left side, JD and IKF to get tested early and make some plays. And the double play ball is going to be your friend, especially with a speedy bat-to-ball team like the Guardians.
And like you're saying, Cole, this is a good matchup for Cole. He's pitched well against them this year. He's pitched well against them career. And yeah, be careful of that porch, because I don't want that to become a discussion. But this matchup bodes well for Cole. Not a lot of home run guys. That's Cole's Achilles heel. I'm
taking the over on half a homer, though. Like, I'm expecting Cole to give up a homer. I just want it to be solo shot early. Or solo shot after like a good game and late.
Expecting a homer, I'm not there. I think that's a little bit just preparing for the worst, because it's, a playoff game, and as long as it's a solo home run, like you're saying, that's fine. But Garrett Cole, that's you don't make the starting pitcher or what to watch for, but he talked this morning. Garrett Cole operates like he is a Hall of Fame multiple Cy Young guy, even though his cabinet's a little thinner than you'd expect. But, he's been playing the Yankee fan card. Got the call from Gator, breaking the record, most Ks, and he's like, oh, as a Yankee fan, this is incredible. I signed with the Yankees. I could live at home and be grilling burgers with Trout and Ohtani right now. But, the postseason is a drug.
It is.
Well, you talk this morning, Garrett, and it's fine, and back it up, and everything will be great, and you become a legend. You know, I don't even want to see the jokes if things don't go that way. So, you know, so much of him is circled in this game against a very inexperienced Guardians lineup that, you know, they struggled and fought. You know, the Guardians had 2 impact hits that both won them the game.
Homers.
In Tampa. 2 homers. That was all 3 of their runs. They won 2-1. They won 1-0 after 14.
I will say he's given up 33 home runs in 33 games. I don't think it's doomsday or preparing for the worst to expect a homer. I mean,
like half. It's a playoff game. It's Garrett Cole. It's a team that doesn't hit home runs. Like,
yeah, but that's how you win games. So I don't know. I'm just it would be nice if he did.
It's a team that gets shut out for 13 innings by the last pitching staff they saw, which wasn't a bunch of Garrett Coles.
It kind of was. Glasnow, he would look sharp.
Glasnow was great.
McClanahan looked great. I mean,
Glasnow was great.
At least on like a velo standpoint, and like Tampa and the Yankees throw like on average the same high velocity, and Cleveland is mid at that.
They hit some balls hard, and the Yankees have a really short porch. So if a righty just connects with a high one, I just don't want it to hurt us. I'm expecting one. He gave up a ton of homers this year. I just don't let it kill you unless it's a grand slam. That would stink.
Or 3.
3-run shot as well.
That would stink.
You got to your total runs has to be 2 or less. However it looks. That's all I care about.
All right, how about pitching path to victory?
Sure.
I would love 7 out of Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Rose is here, a Guardians fan. He's going to be watching with us. He guessed a line that had 6 as the innings pitched, and I said, I would love 7. I mean, how many did he pitch in wild card last year? I know he was hurt and all that, but it's Fenway and blah, blah, blah.
I think those ended up being 5, right?
Now, there's a start. It could be 6, and I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm very happy. But just the way the bullpen is, the Efros news, ideal game. He goes 6. Yanks are up by 4 runs or so, and Tyone gets like the last 3, and we see what that's all about. Sure. That's picture perfect.
Didn't get out of the 3rd last game.
Yeah.
So, there's an off day tomorrow that I think does change the equation. That if it is a close game, you have to be ready to make the move, whether that's 5, 6, or 7, because you have 2 swing men in Herman and Tyone that you've been looking for, and the guys that we think and want to trust this postseason in the back end of the bullpen are Trevino, Johnny, and Wandy. Are those the 3 in the trust tree right now?
Coming in.
Yeah.
That we hope are.
Yeah.
It's playoffs, so let's see. So, with that being said, I kind of need to see Domingo or Tyone today.
They got a lot of lefty bats. I think Wandy's going to be part of the play here to get the Jose Ramirez lane. Well, that would switch him to the right side, and I don't think you want to do that.
He's traditionally better as a righty, right?
Yeah, so maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe Naylor leads off, and it's Naylor, Oscar Gonzalez, Jimenez. That might be
a good
Wandy lane.
Yeah, Will Brennan after that if one of those guys does
back end, catching Quan at the top of the lineup, something like that. But
all right, so say it's a close game.
Sure.
0-0, the Yanks are down 1, they're up 1. Cole gets pulled after 5.2.
Okay.
Tell me, there's 1 runner on. Who's coming out of the pen there?
If it's a lefty, it's Wandy. If it's a righty, it's Trevino.
Okay.
You're not bringing Tyone into the middle of an inning. That's my.
I agree with you.
What was your segment from before?
The demand.
The demand of this game. Jameson Tyone cannot come into the middle of an inning.
I agree with you there.
Clean slate.
I agree with you on Wandy and Trevino. So then they would get the next inning. They would start it. It wouldn't just go 0.1.
Right.
Say they go 1.1. They get through the next clean. All right. So now you're into the 7th inning. Still 0-1-2.
Then it's Herman or Tyone.
Really? You're not going to go the other. You use Wandy or Trevino, then you still have one of Wandy or Trevino.
you got to save Johnny or Wandy or Trevino.
You don't think you can get 2 innings out of 3 innings out of?
You have no clue. It's a playoff game.
Well, but no attempt.
One of those
there?
guys gives up 2 hits or walks a guy. The next guy's coming in.
So so you want an attempt to get 3 innings out of Trevino and Loaizaga.
You still may have to, but I just said I want to see Germán or Taillon in this game. If you're saying in the 7th inning and we've already burnt one of the 3 relievers we're hoping to like, you need to find out if Germán or Taillon are going to be impact pieces.
I think winning game 1 is so important that I would try to go 1.2 out of Trevino and 1.1 out of Laza, or 1.1, 1.2, and try to get 3 innings out of the 2 remaining guys and win game 1 and not have Germán Taillon backfire in a close game late and close. So and I understand the thought process. If the Yanks have a 3 to 5 run lead, I'd do what you're saying.
You end up risking seeing those guys later in the game. Like if Trevino or Johnny or whoever it is gets in trouble, now are we bringing Germán into the middle of an inning? Germán has traditionally better numbers as a reliever. His ERA is down, I think, like 1.5 when he's been coming out of the bullpen. If you have a clean inning, and that's why you said a clean 7th, I'd rather see Domingo come into a clean 7th and have Trevino clean up the mess than have Trevino come into a clean 7th and have Domingo clean up the mess.
That's a good point. And I do Domingo before Taillon, like you said earlier, because he's done it before.
He has good relief numbers. We know they've been saying Taillon's name a lot, to the fact that it's either going to become a smokescreen joke, but talking about the depth of the bullpen sure doesn't feel like it. So get ready. Get ready to see Jameson Taillon in this game for how much they've talked about him.
Yeah, we'll see. As for the Guardians, Quantrill's going to be on the bump. His numbers are decent on the year, but what was it? I'll pull it up so I can get it right. With the off days and the bullpen being a plus for the Guardians, and his numbers time through the order, I remember them being kind of shockingly like, oh shit. So in second plate appearances against Cal Quantrill this year, so when he goes through the lineup the second time, usually it's the third time people are scared of, the second time, 309 batting average, 357 on base, 456 slugging, 813 OPS. Like, those are gaudy numbers as a pitcher to have the second time through. So I wouldn't be shocked if it's a quick switch. They bring in Henches or someone else out of the pen to kind of eat more innings or kind of build up and I don't know the way the Guardians manage, so this could be totally wrong. But those numbers are bad. And part of that is to righties, he's a 2-pitch pitcher. Sinkers, 2-seam fastballs up and in, cutters low and away. That's a lot of what what he throws to righties. Yankees have 7 out of 9 righties. And I'm guessing you see him once, you feel a little more comfortable when you know those are the 2 pitches most likely coming. So I wonder if they're going to go to the pen early, because it doesn't hurt you to go to the pen early in these 2 games.
It's a playoff leash. I'm expecting to see the pen early no matter what. This is their 3. Again, this isn't their Bieber or McKenzie, that even if you had some stats that looked like that they kind of need to ride that guy. They don't need to ride this guy. I mean, we debated, coming into this series, we didn't know if it would be Savali or Plesac or whoever. So yeah, I'm expecting a short leash. But it's playoffs and they'll let him go. I know his numbers get back to being better the third time around. So if he's having a day at the office, they'll let him ride. But it's a playoff game. This guy is going to have a quick hook. He's going to have a lot quicker hook than Garrett Cole. So yeah, just be ready for that. If there's a second inning rally forming, they're going to be ready to pull this guy, which the Yankees won't do with Cole.
No. Their lineup was just announced. Kwan leading off, Rosario at short, J-Ram at third, Naylor cleaning up. He does scare me against Cole.
Oh, sure.
He's a fastball jumper guy. Gonzalez batting 5th, Jimenez 6th, Brennan is DHing, Hedges behind the plate batting 8th, and Straw in center field. So any notes you have on their lineup?
The only thing I'd say, this was kind of last year's Cole. We didn't really harp on it a lot this year. The bottom of that Guardians lineup is really weak. Austin Hedges, Chris Rose rotation, super nice guy. He's one of the worst hitters in baseball.
Come on.
He is. He's out there to catch and play defense. Our guy Trevor Plouffe said I could give Hedges a run for his money.
Come on.
So, and that bottom of the lineup, Straw had an awful year after the Yankee Stadium incident, but he actually started playing better recently. Who is their 7-hole hitter? Who's on the screen? Brennan. I mean, he's a kid.
Brennan.
He doesn't have a lot of experience. Let's see what he looks like in the playoffs. But, as we're talking about the bottom of our lineup being weak and, talking Midians right now is saying that we need to take care of the Yankees' bottom of their lineup.
No respect.
Man, that feels like when things get flipped. If you give Quan a chance, if you give Rosario, he's been so good, and then Jose Ramirez. So just watch out for that because those can be a backbreaker. We see it in Tampa with Taylor Walls. Don't let those guys break your back at the bottom of the lineup.
Will Brennan, their DH, is a lefty who got called up September 21st and has played one game where he did not get a hit. He's just been on fire in his 11-game window.
Sounds like Peraza.
Sounds like Peraza. A little more than Peraza.
Saw more of him.
His numbers are pretty good. 357 batting average. Again, small sample, but
you're a lightning bolt kid at the bottom of the lineup, or you're a rookie who's overmatched in the Bronx.
Yeah.
That's what happens in one playoff game.
He played in the 15-inning game every inning, and he went 1 for 5. He's a lefty. They got a lot of lefties, man.
Very, very, very small sample, but not much worse against lefties and righties. Very, very, very small in the big leagues.
Okay. Homer draft? It's the Homer draft? Homer draft. It's the Homer draft.
Who's the regular season champ?
I don't know.
Jake held on.
Good job.
Happy for you.
Good job, Jakes. That was a little joker.
At the end, they were for
That was
your
a
birthday.
little joker when he's mocking.
No, at the end, they were for your birthday.
When they were mocking
It just switched.
the Gotham PD.
No.
Like, he got me.
Made a Joker reference in the Guardians breakdown that just got posted.
Love the Joker. Who gets the first pick?
Ooh.
You get to choose if you want first or second pick since you won the regular season draft.
I agree to those terms.
Yeah.
I mean, this basically boils down to will Aaron Judge hit a home run tonight? And the fact of it is, Jack, he will. So I will take the first pick, and I will take Aaron Judge.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, dude.
Now,
I thought.
Now, if anyone's watching for the first time, it rolls over. So you don't want to burn all your good picks game one because then we'll be out of them tomorrow or Wednesday or whatever the fucking next game is. That being said, I will take Rizzo because I think he needs a statement home run, like not going to let you pitch around Judge. Right. And he loves the short porch. And nothing would get the stadium more juice than leadoff Judge walk, Rizzo, second at bat homer. So I'm taking him. And then, with my second pick, since it's a snake draft, I will take Jose Trevino.
I mean, a guy looking for his managerial hit.
I don't know if those come in the DS. And that's CS World Series.
Walk-off to win the series? That's why I'm saving him.
To win the series.
His walk-off to win the series.
I think it comes in his second at bat.
Okay.
And I think it's not a short porch. I think he absolutely jumps some junk. And it's just gone. And he might run around the bases, dick out.
Dick out?
Around the bases.
Around the bases.
Great picks.
Thanks. Now you get to go.
Great picks. Fantastic. I'm going Giancarlo Stanton.
While burning him first game.
It's going to be a quick series. And I think Giancarlo got some coaching from LP, Luca Ponzatanzi. I think the big fellas, and that's what kicks off this Yankees championship campaign is like, oh, the two big boys are back. The home run champ and then playoff Giancarlo. No si puelo. Home runs from the big guys.
Make the scary bullpen not matter. Get a lead. Don't scare us.
Oh, 5-1 lead.
I'm so excited for live
Let
stream.
Herman just start.
I was trying to explain to Mike, who Tech Mike.
Me and Mike had a nice talk yesterday.
Yeah, he said he was watching the live streams for all the wild card games. I said, well, this one's going to be a little...
Without the games on.
Yeah, he was just watching the
our
people.
stream.
So this one's going to be a little different because like every pitch we're like living and dying and like lean forward. And he was like, oh, okay. All right.
I told him, I was like, tomorrow was pretty empty at the office, Indigenous People Day. There's only a couple people
Yesterday.
here. And so I was like, hey, tomorrow's going to be pretty cool day. And he's like, why? I was like, yeah, the Yankees, I guess you'll see.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Viva C. How many
What's the
premonitions?
over-under?
Oh, over under. What do you think it's set at? 8? 7.5? Playoff baseball, 7.5?
I think probably 6.5, 7.
Does it? I mean, we've only had 6.5 so few times.
It's 7.
7. Over. Under. Under.
Interesting,
Under.
right?
Under.
These Guardians are pesky. Yankees bullpen. It's under. It's under. We're not going to the game.
I'm going to take the under.
I took the under.
Under.
Taking the under.
Okay.
Cole shoves.
You have any premonitions?
Cole shoves. Premos. Okay, let's think about this. It's going to be a beautiful evening. Beautiful evening. Hit 70 in the day. It's going to get down into the high 50s at night, I think. Umpire gets hit by a ball.
Which ump?
I can't tell you that. Not the home plate ump.
Oh.
I mean, he gets hit with multiple balls. I mean, there's foul. Trevi's checking on him. You're good. You good.
You good.
But no, we get one of the field umps gets hit by a ball.
Okay. Glaber. Now this might seem, you might say this isn't daring enough, but I see what I see.
I'll see.
Glaber tells the crowd, gives the crowd one of these, like, come on, can't hear you. Because he's been liking that move lately.
Because it is a slightly soft pro. Is it after he's done something? Can you connect it to like another
I have
piece?
it before anything happens.
Pregame.
Or like, just,
During
it's
top
not
line.
in relation to a play on the field.
Okay.
He's just been loving the crowd lately.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him in a little bit. He's been on the toilet. So I'm excited for him to come back. Maybe before the game starts. Maybe like first inning, taking the field, or when his name gets announced.
The love he's been asking for has almost been like WWE-ish lately.
Yeah, he's leaned into it. I think he saw
heel.
I think he saw Cabrera come up, and he was like, "Dude, that's what I wanted to do when I came up."
Yeah.
But I was so nervous, and the Yankees were so like, "Don't be a person with the personality."
Gio was cute and all of that.
So he's like,
Wearing
"Oh shit!"
that necklace? Okay.
So there you go.
Same.
All right. See you there.
Join us on the stream.
Thanks,
Join us on the
guys.
stream. Join us on the stream tonight. Get a shirt.